Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jnananandamayam devam nirmalasphटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. ओम श्री हयग्रीवाय नमः. श्री वल्लभा समेत श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. So we were looking at the madhva-rAmAnujayoh kaliraja amatya kamakrodhamshatva nirupanam. So here we already saw some of the verses supposedly from Skanda Purana, but as I told you, I am not able to locate these verses. In fact, I have asked some of my Pauranika friends also to look into some publications. I think mostly there may be some publications in Telugu Lipi, I think, because Bellangonda Ramaraya Kavi would have had his Samskrita Granthas in Telugu Lipi, because Sanskritam itself did not have a Lipi of its own, that we have to understand. Although many people confuse Devanagari as the Samskrita Lipi. So Devanagari is not really, it is one of the Lipis, that's all. Because Samskrita itself was studied as a language, but when it was written in the Lipi or the script which was locally used in different places in India. So for example, in Tamil Nadu, even now there is a Lipi called Grantha Lipi, because the Tamil Lipi is not complete. It doesn't have all the sounds. Tamil language itself does not have all the sounds. It doesn't have Mahaprana. Okay. So they created a Grantha Lipi. So in Tamil Nadu Veda Patashalas, even today, most of the books are all in the Grantha Lipi. Even my own family Vadyar, as we call the so he does not know how to read Devanagari. So he is a Shraudigal, he is a Samavedi, and he has done the full Veda Adhyanam, but he doesn't know how to read Devanagari because he only knows how to read the Grantha Lipi. Like that, in Kerala, if you go, Samskrita is written in the Malayalam Lipi, and Karnataka and Andhra, they write in the Telugu Lipi or whatever. The Telugu and Kannada Lipi are almost similar, I think, with minor variations. Then if you go to the north, in Bengal, they wrote in the Bengali Lipi, I think, and in Kashmir and all, there is the Sharda Lipi is there. So in different places in India, Samskrita was written in different Lipis. And I think somebody who knows how to read Telugu Lipi has to see whether any Skanda Purana is there in Telugu Lipi, in which maybe this Patha is there, because this Ekashashtitama Adhyaya, even in one of the Skanda Puranas which I downloaded, it is not there. Okay, it is something else is there. Anyway, let us just quickly continue with what is there here. We already saw that Kali is asking his ministers what happened. The Kali Yuga has started, but people are still following Dharma, and you have not destroyed Dharma, and Adharma is not spreading. Then Kama is saying, what do we do? All the Devas and all, they have taken birth. Rishis and Devas in the Bhuloka, they have taken birth. And they are teaching this Advaita and Vedanta. And because of that, to have this Jnanam, people are following Dharma to prepare themselves for this Jnanam, and they have no interest in Kamya Karma. So I am not able to influence them at all. Okay, even though I made a lot of efforts, I am not able to influence them. Therefore, we have to do something for destroying this Veda Marga. So he says finally, so all my efforts have become useless. So what should we do? Veda Marga Vinashaya Yatnam Kuru Mahamate. So we have to do this. Then the Krodadi also, the Kama Krodha, Lobha Moha Madamatsarya are the ministers of Kali Raja. They also join in and say whatever Kama is saying is samyak, it is correct. Okay, because till the time the Veda Udita Dharma is there, the Dharma which has come from the Veda, it is being spread, and the Upanishad Vidya also is there, and the Advaita is being taught. This Kamadi, etc. for us, there is no scope. Okay, so we have to destroy this Veda Dharma. For that, you have to do Yatnam Kuru Mahamate. So now Kali says what? Akarnyadvam Akilah Pratignyam Mama Mantrinaha Nirmulayami Sahasa Vedan Asmad Virodhinaha. So, may you all listen. Okay, all of you, my pratignya, I am making a declaration. Okay, this is my pratignya. What is my declaration? Hey, my ministers, listen to me. Nirmulayami sahasa Vedan. So all the Vedas I will destroy. Okay, which are our enemies. Okay, Asmad Virodhinaha. And how do we do that? Utpadya Moha Shastrani Nana Rupani Bhutale Veshair Bhasha Prabhedaischa Pundrair Mudrabhirevacha. So we will create delusional new Shastras, okay, Moha Shastras, which will delude people, and different types also, Nana Rupani in this, on this earth. And also what? We will also create different Veshas and all that, okay. Means the way, the religious symbols and the way you, everything we will create something different. Okay, we'll create differences in all these things. And even the way they wear the Tripundra and all, we will say it is wrong, and then we will have Urdhva Pundra and some other type of, all these different types of Chinna, correct? So the, and Mudra and all, even they heat and they put the Mudra, correct? Samashrayanam and all they call it, I think. So all those things we will create newly. Manoharair, Brishadharmair, Vanchayishyami Bhusuran, Nana Bhasha Prabedhaischa, Dhamshayishyami Vaishrutihi. So, all these things will be Manoharai, means what? They will all be like very attractive to people. Okay, it will attract their mind, but they are all false dharma, Mrisha Dharmaihi, and with that we will take revenge, you can say. Vanchayishyami Bhusuran. Okay, all these devas and all the rishis who have come to the earth, we will take care of them. And how further what? We will also create all these shastras in different languages also. Not only just Samskrita, but we will say it will, the other, whatever is there in other local languages, they are the right shastra, like that. New shastras will be created in other languages also. Nana Bhasha Prabhedaischa. So we will create differences based on language. In this way, we will destroy all the Vedas. So Veda Adhyanam also people will not do anymore. All these Veda Shakas already are lost. We can see Kali Yuga's effect is there. So Itham Kalif Pratignyaya Chakara Vividhagaman. So in this manner, having declared, okay, then they created all these Vividha Agama Shastras and all were created, okay, Pancharatra, etc. So these Agama Shastras themselves say that Veda and all is, there are some references, I think, like that. And so instead of the Veda, whatever is said in the Agama alone has to be followed, even if it is against what is said in the Veda. Some people even accept that. For them, Veda is secondary, Agama is the primary source of knowledge, like that. Those who follow the Agama, they claim like that. So Vividha Agaman, there is a Vaishnava Agamas are there, like Pancharatras, then Shaiva Agamas are there, Shakta Agamas are there are so many Agamas are there. So what are these Agamas? are different types of things. Prathamam Vishnu Pashandam Shiva Pashandakam Tataha. So Vishnu Pashanda means in English they are translating as heresy or heretic and all that. But basically for us, Pashanda means that which is talking against the Veda. Avaidika, Nastika, like this we can take. So whatever is talking against the Dharma which is revealed in the Veda is called Pashanda. So there are Vishnu Pashanda means Vaishnava Agamas, Shiva Pashandakam Tataha. After that, Shiva Pashanda also is there. Then Jaina Shastram also is included in that, Nastikas. Jaina Shastram Tatah Kritva, Taurushkam Akarot Tataha. And also Turushka means Turkey, means Islam, I think. So maybe at the time this was written, they have not mentioned Buddhas here, surprisingly. But Jainas are still mentioned and Islam itself is mentioned. Very interesting. And Shaktam cha Panchamam Kritva Kamadin Adideshaha. So Shaktam also is the fifth one. Okay. So like this, he gave his command to Kama, etc. Okay. Adidesha means he commanded them. Long back. Ha means it is like past tense. Then what? So in this manner, you all go and create these different agamas or different matas and confuse the people. And panchanam agamanam cha yuyam bhumau pravartakaha nivartayadvam vedebhyaha swashaktya sarva bhusuran. So like this, you create all these 5 agamas. Okay, and then do prachara of all that in the bhumi. And in this manner, you remove the Vedas, okay, with all your Shakti from all the people who are there in the Bhuloka. And Vinashayata Dharman Vai Shruti Smriti Uditan Bhuvi Kamakrodhav Yuvam Shastram Vishnu Pashanda Namakam. So again, you go and destroy all this dharma which are coming from the Shruti and Smriti. People should not follow anymore Shruti and Smriti. In fact, it is almost true now. Nowadays, I don't know how many people are actually doing Shrauta Karma or even many of the older Smritis, whatever is said in that, Dharma Shastra and all, those who follow are, we can count in few hundreds maybe. Only so many people are there. Mostly the whatever dharma we are all following is all Pauranika, okay, or Agama Ukta, I think we have to say, or Tantra also, some of them are all. So Kama Krodhav Yuvam, the first is giving instruction to Kama and Krodha, you both go and create the Vishnu Pashanda Namakam Shastram. So means this is where our Bellangunda is now indicating that this Kama and Krodha only have become madhva-rAmAnujayoh and all that, okay? Because they created the Vishnu Pashanda or Vaishnava Mata, which is against actually the Vedokta Dharma and Upanishad Vidya. And here also they themselves will write opposing each other, correct? So Dvidha Vyakurutam Bhumau Bhashadvaya Parigrahat. Also they wrote, Ramanuja wrote primarily in Tamil also, or Manipravalam and all that. And again, Madhva wrote primarily in Samskrita, I think. So they also wrote in different languages, Bhashadvaya Parigrahat. So take hold of 2 languages and then write all your Shastra. And Dvijayono Janim Prapya Shankha Chakradi Lanchanaihi. And you also will be born in Dvijayoni, means you take Brahmana Janma. Then only you can actually, because Brahmanas are teachers, so you can spread all these things. And it is said even like, and also they only popularized all this Shankha Chakradi, even putting all this mudra on one's body. And it is said that Ramanuja himself is born with Shankha and Chakra, these symbols in his body, I think. And also Haridra Churna Rekha Bihi Pita Shweta Mridadibihi. So also they put all these different types of symbols, correct? Using Haridra Churna and the Rekha, the lines they draw is all different. And they also use yellow and white Brit, all this Multani Matti kind of a thing. So all these kinds of different chinhas, symbols, may you propagate. And Pundrair Bahuidais Chapi Pratarya Nikhilam Jagate. So go and propagate all this in this entire world, all these different types of religious symbols. Urdhva Pundra, and even in that there are differences are there. How the Madhvas have their Urdhva Pundram is different from the other Vaishnavas who follow Ramanuja Sampradaya. Even in that there are differences. There is a Vadakalai, Tenkalai and all that. So anyway, so there are created so many different paddhati that people don't know what is dharma, what is adharma. That is the whole idea. And also Brahmanan, Kshatriyan, Vaishyan, Shudrans, tad itaranapi mantraushada prayogaischa bhramshayitva swashaktitaha. So again, all the different varna people and others also, whoever, all the people, you delude them with showing all this magic and all that, using mantras and aushada prayogas. So people, even today, people are more attracted to all these babas who can do some kind of magic, whether they do real magic with yogic powers or even it can be sleight of hand, we don't know. But if you do that, then people somehow think that that is very important, correct? But as mumukshus, for us, the most important thing is all this magic, or some people say that I cure you of your illnesses and things like that. But even there, it's not very important for us, correct? Let us say you have some illness, somebody cured you. Does it make you any different? You are still the same jiva, correct? For a mumukshu, you have to go wherever the teaching is there. Wherever Vedanta is taught, the greatest magic is the teaching of Vedanta. All other magic is within samsara only. What it may be, even truly some magic is being done, somebody has yoga, siddhi and all that, let it be. How does it matter really? Any of that magic also does not really help you in any way, because you are still the same jiva, same limited being. Okay. So the only magic is the teaching of Vedanta, which frees you from this samsara, this birth and death. That is the real magic actually, magic of jnanam. So that's what one has to go for really. If you have viveka, all this, whoever is doing all this magic and all, maybe it can give you some shraddha towards shastra, that's all we can say. In fact, even the Yoga Sutra, there is supposed to be a Vyasa Bhashya and all that. Okay. So even in that, I think the Yoga Shastra also we accept, and whatever siddhis and all talked about are fine. But one of the things I remember in the introduction itself, they say is why all these things are important is at least people get shraddha by seeing all these things. For that it may be useful, but other than that, for a mumukshu, none of these should really matter. But anyway, general people are attracted only to all this, even all this quick fix. Everybody wants a quick fix nowadays, correct? Like it's a fast food culture, like this, my Guruji used to say. Vedanta study is not like fast food or anything. You have to have a certain commitment and spend time understanding the Shastra and also assimilating the teaching and transforming yourself. It is not some technique or anything, correct? See, even today, if I teach some technique, some meditation technique and all that, or breathing technique, then that becomes very popular, correct? Thousands of people will come for that. But if you teach Vedanta, not many people are going to come, because anyway, Bhagavan himself says that Ascharyavat Pashyati Kastidenam, Ascharyavat Vadati Tathaiva Chanyaha, Ascharyavat Chainam Anya Shrinoti, Shrutvaapyenam Vedana Chaiva Aschit. So even after teaching Vedanta, also even after listening to Vedanta, many people do not understand In fact, that is why it's a secret, I think. It is the greatest secret, because even if I go to the public and talk about Vedanta, most people do not understand. So it remains a secret that way. Anyway, so mantraushada prayogaischa bramshayitva swashaktitaha vinashtam kurutam dharmam shruti smrityuditam yuvam. So you both go and destroy this dharma which has come from the Shruti and Smriti. Evam sandishya kalirat kamakrodhav swamantrinau. Then, so in this manner, he instructed Kama and Krodha, who are his ministers, the Kalirat, Kali, the king of Kali, instructed like that. And then what? Lobham niyojayamasa pashande Shaiva namake. So the Shiva Agama, etc., Shaiva Agama, the Lobha was instructed to go and create those Agamas which are again teaching against the Veda. Then Taurushke Madamadishya Shakte Tam Matsaram Tatha. So Taurushka, so Islam was instructed to be created by Mada and Shakta Tantras and all that Matsaram. Like this, they were all instructed, all these ministers. Jaina Shastre Tatha Lobham Mene Swamcha Kritarthavata. And Jaina Shastra was supposed to be created by Lobha. So all these Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all of them are, Moha is not there in this list. 5 of them have been chosen to go and create all these different Shastras. Okay. Vaishnava, Shaiva, Jaina, Taurushka and Shakta. So Kama, Krodadaya Sarve Grihitva Tasya Sashanam Adhitya Tani Shastrani Tyakshanti Cha Jana Shrutihi. So then the Kama Krodadaya, they all what? They took this instruction. Okay, Grihitva, having getting this instruction, what did Aditya Tani Shastrani Tyakshanti Cha Dana Shrutihi. So they then created all these Shastras and spread them and removed the people from all these Shrutis, Shruti Dharma, Vaidika Dharma. They made people go astray from that. So like this, the Kali Purusha has given his instruction. Then further Bhagavan continues here. Kamastu Dravide Deshe Vardhamano Mahadyutihi Kali Purusha Sandeshad Vishnu Pashanda Namakam. So the Kama went to Dravida Desha and then spread, or okay, he is also Mahadyuti. He means all these people are still, they had some, you have to say intellect and all that, correct? Brilliant people, but they took the instruction of the Kali Purusha and created the Vishnu Pashanta, Vaishnava, Agama, etc. Vyakhyasati Duratma Sau Mohayitva Janan Bhrisham Bhantva Sutrani Sarvani Brahmadvaita Parani Cha. So they do Vyakhyana, their own Vyakhyana to the, and they are called Duratma and all that here. And they delude people. Mohayitva Janan Bhrisham also. Very much they delude the people by creating different types of commentary, and in this manner they destroy the sutra itself. In fact, even the Brahma Sutras, the Patha itself is different. Whatever Shankaracharya has commented on, if you read the Ramanuja-Bhashya, some sutras, the words have been interpreted differently, which is fine, but in some sutras, the words themselves are different, or even the numbering and how some new sutras are all added, I think. Like this, there are some Patha Vedas are there in the sutras. So they created all that to suit their own agenda. Okay, so Bhantva Sutrani Sarvani Brahmadvaita Parani Cha. So they destroyed the Brahma Sutras which were Advaita Para, and Shruti Smritin Tatha Bhantva. Even Shruti and Smriti, even some of the Smritis, what they quote and all, nobody knows where that reference is coming from. Even the Bodhayana Shruti, we don't have the Bodhayana Vritti extent today. So whether it was really there or just they have created to claim some antiquity and all that, we don't know. So in this manner, they established Dvaita, and Shruti and Smriti were destroyed in the process. So, Bhangtva Dvaite Samsthapayishyati and Karayishyati Pundrani Dvijadyahi Shweta Mritsnaya. So again, again the Pundra and all that, they created different traditions, correct? Different types of Urdhva Pundras using the white mud and all that. And also they Tapta Lohair Dvijatinam Dahishyati Kalebaran. And they also put this mudra with iron, correct? Hot iron. In fact, one of the things in the Vaidika tradition is that certain, if you have some fire injury and all that, you become actually ineligible for certain Vaidika karma, or in Vaidika karma itself in general, I think. So you should not, even I think Bhashyakara himself mentions in somewhere, I have studied, I have to go back and check that it is not correct to do all this tapta loha with fire. You should not put any symbol or anything on your body. Burning your body is supposed to be a papa, or burning anybody's body. Your own body also is not correct. So, in fact, that is mentioned here. Tyajayishyati karmani vaidikani duratmavan. Means tyajayishyati means by putting this mudra, etc., with hot iron, they have, correct, they have some kind of a dye. With that, then you actually become ineligible for Vaidika karma. So they make you ineligible like this. And also bhasha kritani krita prabandhani patayishyati sarvasha. So they also create in different bhashas, different books and commentaries. In fact, even for the Pancharatra, I think Ramanuja has written a Tamil commentary. Madhva has written a Samskrita commentary, but they don't agree amongst themselves also. They have written opposing commentaries. So they create all these things and teach to everyone all over. And Abhedavadinaha sadhun dushayishyati dhurmatihi. And also they also, some of these texts are all, they literally say that Shankaracharya is a devil, things like that. Okay, in fact, they use this Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga is there in Gita. Even there, some Dvaita commentaries and all, if you read, it's very bad. They actually, it's all more like abuse only. Okay, so Dushanam they do. They are all Durmati, but they do Dushana of the Abhedavadinaha. Those who are Advaitins, they are anyway called Mayavadi, all these things. In fact, Shankara is really Brahmavadin. Mayavada is not our Vada really. We are only interested in Brahma Satyam mainly. The implication of Brahma Satyam is everything else becomes Mithya. That is only by implication. Mayavadi is really Buddhist alone is Mayavadi because they don't have any Brahman. They talk about Shunya. So for them, Maya alone is there. We are all Brahmavadinaha. Okay. So really speaking, Shankara does not accept any abhava also. He says if you put any adjective to any abhava, it is really bhava only. He does not accept the 4 different types of abhava with the Nayayikas talk about. So he is the ultimate realist. And even he doesn't accept that the karya is not already there. If you read the Ghata Bhashya and all in the Brahma Sutra, in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, or even in Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashya in some places, Shankara is very clear. So he says that all karya are already existing potentially in the karana. Otherwise, nobody even will take effort to work with the karana to bring out a karya from that, correct? So all karyas are already potentially there in the karana, and one karya is one name and form, correct? When one karya is there, then it comes, the effort is only to bring out a particular name and form by suppressing the other names and forms which that same cause can manifest. So basically, we don't accept any creation itself. All creation is only manifestation of a particular karya, and destruction is again the karya, some karya becoming unmanifest is called destruction. So there is no creation, destruction and all that. Everything is there in the potential form or it is Avyakrita. Avyakrita becoming Vyakrita is the Srishti for us. So we are the Satkaryavadi also, that way really. And that is how Shankara is. Shankara is the ultimate Bhavavadi, we have to say, correct? Because in fact, nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate satha, like that Bhagavan also says. So that is the Advaita Shastra. But they are abused by all these people. Then Krodaha Karnata Deshiyaha Kama Shastram Samikhya cha. So the Krodha was born in Karnataka or will be born in Karnataka Desha and will create whatever some Shastra and by his own Kama. And Swayam Vyakhyasate Putra Tad Viruddha Mate Sthitaha and will create his own Vyakhyanas for all these things. In fact, the Madhva also, whatever he quotes, many of those things, nobody knows where it is coming from, those quotations. Nobody has found those things. Whether it was created newly or whether there was anything like that, we don't know. And so they will all create Viruddha Mata. Being established in this Viruddha Mata, they create all these commentaries and Tattvavada Samakhyam cha Kritva Tasmin Nijagame. So they call it Tattvavada, right? Pancha Tattva and all that. So they will create a Mata which is called Tattvavada. Okay, and Smriti Smriti Puranani Bhanjayishyati Sarvashaha. So they will destroy Shruti, Smriti and Purana. Whatever is, in fact, most of the Puranas are also Advaita Para only. There is no doubt about it, whatever it may be. Whichever Purana you take, Bhagavata, Vishnu Purana, or Skanda Purana, all these important Mahapuranas, they are all Advaita Para actually. But even that, they somehow interpret it with Dvaita. And Swayam Karishyate Dhiraha Puranani Shruti Smritihi. So they themselves will create something new also to confuse people and call it Purana and Shruti and Smriti. And Ashtadasha Puraneshu Smritishu Ashtadashaswapi Advaita Niratam Sarvam Vakyam Utpathayishyati Karayishyati Punrani Venuputra Kritinicha Venuputra Akritinicha Venupatra Kritinicha. So Ashtadasha Purana, Smriti, Smriti, everything they will create different pathas and confuse people from all these things, correct? And even the Advaita, like I said, all these have Advaita is filled with Advaita really. So Advaita Niratam Sarvam Vakyam Utpathayishyati means what? They may remove some, they may distort some of these things, all these things they can do or they have done already. Like this they do, and further even the religious symbols, Pundrani, like Venupatra Kriti Nicha, Venu, they put symbol like a Venupatra, like a bamboo leaf. Okay. All these new symbols they will invent and make people wear all those things. Swakalpita Puranani Khyapayishyati Bhutale, and they will create their own Puranas also, some new Puranas. And they will what? Tattvavada Mate Sthitva Kechid Brahmana Bandhavaha. And all these Brahmanas also they will convert to their Tattvavada Mata, because with them only again they can also do Prachara for others. And this again it is said, Dahayishyanti Gatrani Tapta Lohai Vijadhaman. Even the Brahmanas also they will make them wear. They will put this hot iron marks on their shoulders and make them, they are all called Dvija Adhaman. The Brahmanas themselves will do it to others also, and to other Brahmanas. And like this, once it is a Dagdha Deha, means once the body is having all these symbols with hot iron, they become what? They sarve tyakta Vaidika Satkriyaha. They cannot do any Vaidika karma. They become ineligible for Vaidika karma. And Brahmana neva nindantaha Shraddha Yajnan Maharushaha Duratmanaha Duracharaha Krimikupe Bhayankare. So all this, they will also do Nindana of the Brahmanas. And those who are doing Shraddha and Shrauta Yajnas, etc., all those people, they will do. And such people, what? These Duratmas, and they are those who are having Durachara, they go into Krimi Kupe Bhayankare. Again, this is it. They will all go to this Krimi Kupa Naraka. So there are different types of Naraka and all is talked about in even in Devi Bhagavatam and all. If you see, there are gradations. So there is a Krimi Kupa like that, Bhayankara, frightening Naraka is there. These people they will fall there. Patishyanti na sandehaha bhokshyante picha yatana. So like this, they will all fall there, they will go there to this Naraka. So this is the quotation he is giving. Like I said, I don't know, we have to locate all these slokas, whether they are there in which recension of Skanda Purana, but this is very descriptive, correct? It's very, if we can find all these things, it looks like almost whatever is said here, or somebody, of course, the Dvaitins will say these are all Prakshipta only, correct? They have been inserted later on by somebody, some Advaitin. So anyway, it is there. I don't think we should take all these arguments are okay. Okay, so Yetene Kaliraja Amatya Kama Avatara Madhva-Acharya Kritam Dvaisha Bhashyamapi Anupadeyam iti Siddham. So from this what? This Kaliraja Amatya Kama Avatara. So Madhva is called the Kama Avatara, and Krodha, the Ramanuja is called Krodha Avatara. Anyway, Madhva Bhashya, in fact, is not discussed in this text much, but that also should not be accepted. It is clear like this, he says. Now, actually, he goes into the next topic. Purvottara Mimamsayoho Veda Abheda Vicharaha. So, now, the way the Purva and Uttara Mimamsa are looked at, and what is the connection between them. All these things also, the way Shankaracharya looks at it is very different from how Ramanuja sees it. So from there we start, because first thing is whether the Uttara Mimamsa itself is required or not, correct? Why should we even have a Uttara Mimamsa? Because Veda has already been analyzed in the Purva Mimamsa Sutra, Jaimini Sutras, and it has been established that Dharma is to be ascertained, and Dharma is the one which is coming from the Veda, and Dharma has already been ascertained by the Purva Mimamsa, by analysis of the Veda Purva Bhaga. Uttara Bhaga and is only some Arthavada. It also has to be connected wherever some karma is there. To that we have to connect and make the meaning. There is no need to start the Uttara Mimamsa. This can be a Purva Paksha. This can be an objection. Anyway, so here the Purvottara Mimamsayoho Bheda Abheda Vichara. So Purva and Uttara Mimamsa are same or they are different. So Atha Idam Vedanta Shastram Kim Dharma Shastrat Prithak Shastram Yadva Ubhayam Api Militva Ekam Shastram Iti Samshayaha. So the doubt, what is the Samshaya? Whether the Vedanta Shastra is different from the Dharma Shastra. Because Athato Dharma Jijnasa is how the Purva Mimamsa Sutra starts. So you can call the Purva Mimamsa as Dharma Shastra, and this is Brahma Shastra or Brahma Vidya, correct? So they are different, or they have to be considered as both. Together you have to take it as one Shastra. Militva Ekam Shastram Ubhayamapi Militva. Mixing the two, you have to take them as only one Shastra, or they are different. This is the doubt. Okay, now Purvottara Mimamsa Bheda Bhinnam Abheda Mimamsa Bheda Bhinnam Kanda Dvayatmaka Veda Gocharam Ekameva Mimamsa Shastram. So this Purva and Uttara Mimamsa, even though they are different, correct? But Kandadvayatmaka Veda Gocharam Ekameva Mimamsha Sastram. So now the Purvapakshi comes and says Purva and Uttara Mimamsa are only one Shastra. There is only one Mimamsha Shastra, correct? There may be two Kandas. There is a Purva Kanda, Uttara Kanda and all that. But they are all, both of them are from the Veda only, correct? Or they are analyzing the same Veda. So therefore, the Mimamsa itself, together Purva and Uttara Mimamsa should be taken as one Mimamsa Shastra only. Like this, first it is said, and then the Shloka. So what is the reason for that? So Angani Vedas Chatvaraha Mimamsa Nyaya Vistaraha Puranam Dharma Shastrancha Vidya Hyetas Chaturdasha. So Chaturdasha Vidyasthana or Ashtadasha Vidyasthana, like that we talk about, correct? The traditional knowledge disciplines, when you count them, what are all the Veda Angas? There are 6 Veda Angas are there, correct? 4 Vedas are there, Chatur Vedaha, then 6 Angas are there. Okay, Veda Angani. So 10 totally. So the Veda Angas are all this Shiksha, Kalpam, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, then Chandas, Jyotisham, like this we say. And then Chatvaraha Vedaha Angani, Mimamsa, Nyaya Vistaraha, Puranam, Dharma Shastram. Then 4 more are added to those 10. What is that? Mimamsa, then Nyaya, then Puranas and the Dharma Shastra. Only 14 are there. Mimamsa is counted as 1 here, correct? So they are called Vidyahi Yetas Chaturdasha. So there are only 14 Vidyasthanas are there, or Vidyas are there. So this is there. It is Smaranatiti Ramanujaha. So Ramanuja also says that Purva and Uttara Mimamsa are Kandadvaya, but they are only one Mimamsa Shastra, because for them karma can never be given up. Understand that. The Vedanta Shastra may be like Brahma Jignasa and all that, but even there it is all Manasam karma only for them, because even the Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi and all is only Sampat Upasana. It's a Ahangraha Upasana it is called. So they interpret all the Mahavakyas as only Upasana or Manasam karma. So karma can never be given up. And so it's all only one Shastra. Maybe 2 chapters you can say. Like this it is said by Ramanuja. So but what now? Villangunda is saying Ma evam. So it is not in this manner. Why? Because Adhikari Vishaya Prayojana Bhedena Shastra Bhedasya Avashyam Bhava. So the Adhikari is different for the Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. Okay. Then the Vishaya, the subject matter itself is different. There it is Dharma, here it is Brahma. And the Phala also is different. There it is only Karma Phala, which is Anitya and which is also Parichinna, correct? Which is limited and temporary or transient. And here the Phala is Moksha Phala, which is Ananta Phala. Okay. So Adhikari, Vishaya, Prayojana, everything is different. And on that base only Shastras are counted as different, correct? Normally. Therefore, if these things are different, those 2 Shastras have to be looked upon as 2 different Shastras only. So Shastra Bedasya Avashyam Bhava. We have to definitely look at them as different based on all these things. Tathahi. So that's why what? Athato Dharma Jignasa iti Arabdhasya Jaiminiyasya Purvamimamsakhyasya Dharma Shastrasya Yajnadi Karma Chikirshuhu Swargadi Phalakami Adhikari. So the Athato Dharma Jignasa, that's how the Jaimini Sutras start, and they are the Purva Mimamsa Sutras. They are called Purva Mimamsa, and they are Dharma Shastra because they are doing analysis of what is Dharma as revealed by the Veda. And who is the Adhikari for this? Yajnadi Karma Chikirshuhu, the one who wants to do Yajna, etc. How to do the Yajna, Iti Kartavyata and all also are discussed there. Okay. what yajnas will give you what phala and how to do that. Those are all the discussions there. And again, the phala itself is swargadi. You go to swarga, or in some cases the phala is here only you can get the phala, correct? Like even those who are desirous of wealth or a putra and all that, there are different kinds of phala. So swargadi phala kami, the phala kami is the adhikari, karma phala kami. Okay, those who are interested in different types of karma phala, they are the adhikari. And also what Jyotishtomadihi Karya Bhutaha Dharmaha Vishayaha. And what is the Vishaya? Here all these different Vaidika karma, correct? Jyotishtomadi, Jyotishtoma. So Swarga Kamaha Jyotishtomene Yajeta. Like that, there are mandates are there in the Veda. So all these different yajnas, Vaidika karma, they are in the form of Karya, correct? What is to be done? Okay, that is the Dharma Vishaya. That is the subject matter there. And further what? Kartavyata jnanam karma karana dwara swargadhihi va phalam. So again, the first phalam of this shastra is that how to do something you know. Correct? Kartavyajnata jnanam. Iti kartavyata we say, that is what? Means how to do a certain thing. In this manner we have to do. Like that jnanam first you get from the shastra. And then, but even by just gaining that jnanam, nothing is going to happen. You have to actually do the karma, correct? Karma karana dwara swargadihi va phalam. If somebody only studies Purva Mimamsa in a university nowadays as an academic, he is not going to get any phala. Understand that. So that is the first phala at least. But then afterwards, if you do the karma, then swarga etc. also can be a phala, correct? So swargadirva phalam. अथातो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा इति आरब्धस्य वैयासिकस्य उत्तरमीमांसाख्यस्य वेदान्तशास्त्रस्य शमादि साधन चतुष्टय संपन्नः मोक्षकामित्वेन निष्कामो अधिकारी. So as opposed to this, the shastra which is starting with the sutra athato brahma jignasa, correct, which is the Uttaramimamsa, or which is also created by Vyasa, Vaiyasika Uttaramimamsakyasya, which is known as Vyasa Sutramimamsa, and is also known as Vedanta Shastra, correct? Vedanta Shastrasya. Who is the adhikari for this? Who is qualified? Samadhi Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha, the one who has Samadhi Shatka Sampattihi, correct? We say Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha, Iha Mutrartha Phala Bhoga Viragaha, Mumuksha, and Samadhi Shatka Sampatti, all these things. Those who have these Sadhana Chatushtaya, fourfold qualifications, they are the adhikari. Okay, and in fact, they have to be mumukshus. The main adhikaritvam there is mumukshutvam. Everything else has to follow after that. If you are not a moksha kami, then there is no point studying Vedanta, correct? In fact, lot of people used to attend my Guruji's public lectures and all that, correct? Even I used to go and sit there. So many people, they have a certain shraddha, correct? They just come there and think that even sitting in the presence of a jnani or a saint and all that is punya. So many people come only for that, or some people used to come only to listen to the jokes, which my Guruji used to say very well actually. His public talks are all very humorous and very entertaining that way. But those who come for jokes, they come many years, but they don't get any Vedanta. They are only listening to the jokes. Or some people, as I told you, they just come and think that just sitting there is punya. They will only get that. Only a mumukshu, one who comes there for moksha, that person alone really gets what Vedanta can give. So one has to be a moksha kami. And also, if you are a moksha kami, you cannot anymore be karma phala kami, correct? So he is a nishkami or nishkamaha. Why? Because you become a moksha kami only by pariksha lokan karma chitan nasti akritaha kritena, correct? That has to be there first. That viveka, nitya nitya vastu viveka has to be there. I am not interested anymore in anitya karma phala. That has to be very clear to you, because anything you gain by doing karma is anitya. It will It will go, whatever you gain in time will go in time itself, correct? Along with time it will go. Therefore, I am not interested in that. So once you gain that vairagya, this viveka and vairagya only has to lead to mumukshutvam also. So a mumukshutvam born out of such viveka and vairagya cannot also have kamya karma coexisting there, correct? So that's why, in fact, kamye matis tyajyatam, even if you read things like Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma swanushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitih kamye matistyajyatam. Like this, the starting itself is that. If you read even the sadhana panchakam, so kamye matistyajyatam, kamya karma and all, you are no more interested. Do not even think about that. That is the mumukshu we are talking about. Therefore, here the adhikari is different. Then what? Akaryam siddham brahma vishayaha. Siddham brahma is the vishaya here. See, karma phala is asiddha. It is unaccomplished. Anything you accomplish through karma is accomplishing the unaccomplished. But here, you are accomplishing the accomplished. Because Brahman being infinite, limitless, has to be available already here and now. And it cannot be different from you also. It cannot leave you out. That means it is already siddha. It is a siddha vastu vishaya. It is a fact. And you don't, and Brahman itself is nishkriyam, nirgunam. It doesn't have any karma or anything, or you don't have to do anything to attain this Brahman. Okay, it's purely the difference between you and Brahman is only in terms of ignorance. The distance between you and Brahman is only ignorance. So I keep my specs like this and I search all over the place. Now already I am the one with the specs only, correct? What is the distance between me and my specs? Ignorance alone. And when somebody points out, hey, you already have it on your head, means as though I have attained my spectacles again, you can say. But that attaining is only purely in terms of knowledge. Then nothing needs to be done there. Akaryam siddham brahma. In fact, one of the arguments of the Purva Mimamsaka is Veda cannot reveal siddha vastu. It has to be always something. Veda can only amnayasya kriyarthatvat anarthakyam atadarthanam, like this. Also the Purva Mimamsakas say. Amnayasya kriyarthatvam is there. Amnaya means the Veda has to reveal only some kriya, some activity. It has to always mandate. It is vidhi. But then Bhashyakara beautifully argues in the Brihadaranyaka Bhashya Bhumika in the introduction. He says, hey, you are talking about all this Swarga, etc. as karma phala, correct? And for that also, the thing is, you do the karma, you won't get the phala immediately also, correct? So they, using Arthapatti, they postulate that there has to be an apurva, because karma phala has to be there, but that karma phala is not immediate. Therefore, what do you actually create by doing the karma? You create an apurva, and this apurva only later on fructifies actually as swarga, swarga vasa, correct, for you. So all these things you talk about, and even for that, who is revealing there is swarga? Bhashyakara asks. Swarga also only Veda has to reveal. Swarga has to be a siddha vastu, correct? Without the swarga being revealed by the Veda, there is no meaning for all your karma. So that being the case, how do you say that only sadhya vastu has to be revealed by the Veda, siddha vastu has to be revealed, otherwise even your karma also will become meaningless, he says. More than that, he also says, Veda alone has to reveal the deha vyatirikta atma also. Because unless the atma survives the death of this body, who is going to go where? All your swarga kama and all is meaningless if the atma does not survive this body's death. In fact, there is enough confusion in the world regarding that, correct? There is no consensus on that for you to say that Veda need not reveal the deha vyatirikta atma. Deha Vyatirikta Atma also has to be revealed only by the Veda. Because the Buddhist is saying there is no Atma, Charvaka is saying body alone is the Atma. Some others, Jaina is saying that Atma is Anuparimana, or no, the Nayayika says Anuparimana, Jaina say that it is the Deha Parimana and all that. So, like this, there are different views about Atma itself. Who is to come and then finally say this is it? Only the Shastra has to say that. So, Deha Vyatirikta Atma also is a Siddha Vishaya revealed by the Shastra. Not only that, Dehantara Sambandhi Atma also, Shastra only has to reveal that this Atma can take another body. Who is going to reveal to you that? Unless you are able to take a Deva Sharira in the Swargaloka, how are you going to enjoy the Swarga itself? All these things, Veda only has to reveal all the Siddha Vastu. Therefore, you cannot say that Veda as a Pramana cannot reveal Siddha Vastu. In fact, without it revealing all these Siddha Vastu Vishayas, your entire Purva Mimamsa Shastra also will become meaningless. Like this, beautifully Bhashyakara argues there. So therefore, Veda can very well reveal this Siddha Vastu, Brahma. So the Vishaya for the Uttara Mimamsa is Akaryam Siddham Brahma. That is the Vishayaha. And Brahma Jnanam Mokshaha Va Phalam Iti. And what is the Phala? Brahma Jnanam itself, which is the Moksha also. There is no distance between Brahma Jnanam and Moksha. Understand that. Sadhyo Muktihi, we say. The Mukti is immediate. There is no distance, or at least in Karma Kanda, as I said, the Phala is not immediate. Some Apurva has to attach to you, and then it has to later on fructify and all that. You are postulating all that. Here, no issues. Brahmajnanam eva mokshaha. That's why nobody can even stop. Even the devas are powerless. Like this it comes even in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad itself it comes. Once you are a jnani, you are a jnani. Nobody can stop it, because with this jnanam you become the very Atma of the Devatas also. You are Sarvatma Bhava is what you have gained. You are the very Atma of the Devatas themselves. What can they do to you now? Can they do anything to their own Atma? They cannot do anything. So this Brahmajnanam is the moksha. So iti kritva sadhya dharma pratipadakat sadhya kshaishnu phalakat sakama grihastha adhikarikacha purvamimamsa shastra siddha brahma pratipadakam siddha nitya moksha phalakam nishkama sanyasa Nishkama Sanyasi Adhikarikam Cha Uttaramimamsa Shastram Pritak Bhutameva. So it is separate. Due to all these reasons, he very clearly gives. So we'll see all these things in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.